Hey folks, my name is Spoiler Kid. I've been a higher end healer for a long time now. I generally pug my content, and when I was starting out, and still to this day, I watch healing guides and class guides all the time. You never know when you'll find a small tip or trick someone else had that you had no idea about, or someone else explained in a way that just made more sense to you. So I just wanted to make a video doing that for you all, especially like I said, I pug all my content, so with a pug mentality backing that, I'd like to pass that information. So please let me know if it helps and if you'd like to see more of this. Let me get this out of the way first. This is obviously all my opinion. You can make anything, and I mean anything, work. Guy healed on a Steam Deck the other day, for Christ's sake. Okay, with that out of the way, this guide is for most mid-tier healers looking to push up their gameplay a bit further. First, as most people want to get into, UI, add-ons, weak auras, kind of group these together as I'm not going to go over every single weak aura or add-on I have. Maybe I should. I'll put a few screenshots of my in-game dungeon UI here, and let me tell you what, when my wife walks by my screen, she says, "That looks like a clusterfuck of chaos." I agree. I'm showing this screenshot for a few reasons. You may have noticed that I am using standard Blizzard raid frames, and I think with minor tweaks, they are very workable. Something you'll hear a lot is that you want to download LUI or Cell or whatever. Not necessary at all. The only real change I have to the frames themselves is an add-on called Big Debuffs, which will just change the debuff to what I would consider normal sized. Other than this minor add-on, the only other things I have giving me all the information on screen is either weak auras or Omni CD. A lot of what I have is fluff or things I want to see just because I'm a spurg and are totally unnecessary, but I want to touch base on some really important weak auras that I don't think are talked about often and why this information is so important for us as healers. Obviously, the War Within Mythic Plus Dungeon Pack has all the important ability timings for mobs and bosses and all that sort of thing. I believe that is also what is putting this red glow around our friends that we see here when they have bleeds or important dots. This is really important in Season 2 because these dots hurt bad and these people will need spot healing. You'll also see on our raid frames that we can see defensive abilities and their durations, things like our Druid's Bark Skin or Rogue's Fate handled by a weak aura. The other really important weak aura that I always recommend is some version of targeted spells. This will allow us to see when our friends are being targeted by abilities and spells, how many, what type, and when it will happen. This is, in my opinion, healing bread and butter. Equipped with this information, we can better triage and focus our healing into who needs it and when, and prevent just really nasty overlaps or just bad RNG. This is also how we can know when our biggest opportunities to use our utility are. Let's take this clip from top, for example. This pack is always kind of brutal. They just target randomly all your people and they hurt pretty bad, put some nasty bleeds. You can see we're getting lightly peppered by these shots, no worries. I get hit with the bleed and dwarf it off ASAP. We'll talk about this a little bit more. Monk getting kind of focused, uses his karma, which is good, and it's gone in 2 seconds. No damage going out when all of a sudden our monk friend gets targeted by all the things. No defensives on him. So here as a pug healer, we want to be preemptively thinking about what we can do to either A, prevent the damage, or B, heal the damage.
You trying to push up on my woman? You gotta deal with me first.
Mage also starts taking a beating. We have no CC, so we drop the Linkerino. Being able to see the potential danger is the healer's superpower. This is when in coordinated groups you can call for cooldowns, you can say we need an AMZ, we need to block, or something along those lines. But in pugging situations, we just have to be more aware that people, that communication isn't there. And so without that communication, we need to be more on top of our game so that we can keep, everyone alive. There's a lot of unpredictability in pugs, and we just need to be adaptable to that the best we can. Alright folks, that was my guide. I just wanted to make one that was kind of adaptable for all healers. Works for everyone, doesn't have to be specifically for shaman, that's just what I'm playing, but there are things that anyone can use to elevate your gameplay a little bit further. If you'd like more guides, more content, let me know. That was great. Have a good one.